Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 28 of the 2019 Hays Larks season. Leading off for your Larks is Drake Andron. Larks won last night, final score 5-2 against the Wellington Heat. This is Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network. I'm joined by Larks third baseman, shortstop, and pitcher Brooke Brandon. Brooke, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
0-2 quick on Andron. Is the count on Drake. This one misses outside. It's 2-2. This one misses low. It's a full count quick on Drake. We had an issue with Brooks' mic, but now he's live. Now, Brooke, how are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Full count delivery. The payoff pitch grounded over to Brotman. It dies in the grass. The catcher, Bray, gets to it, throws it over to first in time. Andron is safe. Runner on first, leading it off. It's a base hit for Andron. He leads the league in hits. Batting second is George Sutherland, the right fielder. On deck is Justin Lee in the hole. Alex Strachan, the cleanup hitter. Delivery to Sutherland. Misses inside 1-0.
Lefties might have a tough time tonight.
The delivery to Sutherland. It's a swing and a miss. 1-1 quick. On the mound is Mason Schimmel. We're having issues with Brooks' mic. We'll get it fixed and be back in the bottom of the first, hopefully with two commentators. Check over at Andron, not in time. He's safe at first. Schimmel, 0-1 on the season through 5 appearances, 17 innings pitched, has struck out 18 guys, walked 8, allowed 15 hits, 13 runs have scored on him. Only 11 of those are earned. Has an ERA of 5.82. This one's chopped over the right side, but it's foul. was off the dirt in the batter's box. Crowd at Wellington not agreeing it. This is game 2 of this 2-game series. Larks will be in McPherson tomorrow night and Sunday night taking on the Pipeliners. 1-2 on the New York native. In Schimmel's last outing on the bump, he took the loss. He was a starting pitcher. He has 3 starts on the season. This one makes it number 4. And that last appearance went 4 innings, struck out 3, had 6 earned runs. Andron reached base on a walk to start of last night's game, reaching here with a single, and Sutherland's going to ground into a double play, ruled a 4-6-3. So there's 2 away. All of a sudden, bases are empty for the 3-hole Justin Lee. Lee was tied with Andron in the lead for hits in the league, but he leads the league in total bases, and the Larks, as a team, have the most total bases, almost 30 total bases more than the second-place team, the Liberal BJs. BJs have also played 1 more game than the Larks. Lee sends this one over the head of Schimmel at the bump. It's a 2-out single, second hit of the day for the Larks. Yesterday, Justin Lee broke up a no-hitter early in the game with a single. So Alex Strachan now has a runner on first base. Didn't appear in last night's ball game. Justin Lee did. Lee went 2 for 5 with an RBI. The delivery to Strachan misses low in the dirt, 1-0. Schimmel will go from the stretch. He's a southpaw. He'll deliver to the righty. Strachan. His 1-0 pitch misses outside and high, 2-0. Larks sporting their road gray pants, blue jerseys, white lettering, red trimming. Wellington wearing their maroon uniforms, that gold lettering, black sleeves. The 2-0 delivery. Strachan sends this one over to the third base. It's off Williams' forearm. It's a fair ball and a base hit for Strachan. 3 singles for the Larks. That's Williams over there at third base. Defensively for the Heat, it's Carpenter in left field, Thornton in center field, Allen in right field, Rankin at first base. Behind the plate is Bray. Brahman at second base, Barks at the shortstop spot, and Williams man in the hot corner, Schimmel on the bump. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position for Jared Belwin, the designated hitter tonight. He sends this one right back at Schimmel's face after a bump. Nice reaction. Catches it at eye level, tosses it over to Rankin in time for out number 3. Larks get 3 singles. Can't manage anything across. We'll head to the bottom of the first here on Larks Network. No score. Bottom of the first we go here on Larks Network. No score on the mound for your Larks. It's Wyatt Divis. He's 4-0 on the season. Through 7 appearances, 28 innings pitched, 34 Ks, 11 walks, 22 hits, 9 earned runs, making for an ERA of 2.89. Has gone 2 complete games, only hitting 1 batter, has a whip of 1.18. First batter he faces is Noah Barks, the shortstop, fires in a strike, 0-1. This is Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network. And now, finally, after some technical difficulties, I'm joined by Brooke Brandon, Larks third baseman, shortstop, and pitcher. Brooke, now how are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, there we go. I'm doing pretty good. Wish I was on that ball field, but up here I'll be doing pretty good. So, let's do it.
It's 1-2 after the foul ball off the bat of Barks. Barks appeared in last night's ball game. In that appearance, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. On the season, he's hitting 198. This one is a ball off the hand of Divis. In Divis' last appearance, it was a no decision. He came in relief. Threw 2 innings, struck out 2, walked 2, allowed 1 hit and 1 earned run. Has only allowed 1 home run on the season. That was in Dodge City. He was having a phenomenal game, and then in the 5th inning allowed a solo shot, and then game was called early due to the weather. Larks picked up a W, their second in Jayhawk West history.
Yeah, Davis had a good outing. His last outing had a couple calls, didn't go his way. Had a bloop hit, cost him a run. We ended up losing that game to Liberal, but he had a good outing, and here he goes again, starting off well.
So it's a strikeout for Divis. His 35th of the season got Barks to strike out for Barks. That is only the 19th time he struck out this season. So batting second is Andrew Brotman, the second baseman. He also appeared in last night's ball game. He went 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Delivery 2 is a heater that Divis gets him to swing and miss at. It's 0-1.
Skylar Luna back in the lineup tonight. How long has he been out?
He's been out for a while. It was a home series. I want to say Park City, but don't fact check me on that one.
I think that's right.
He went down. Finally seen him out there tonight. Coach is going to be watching him, making sure he's doing okay. Brooke is on the DL right now. Brooke, do you have a timetable when you expect to be back on the field?
I went and got treatment today for the hamstring. It's up towards the top of the hamstring. He said it wasn't really a good spot for it to happen, but I think he said about 3 to 4 weeks is usually about the average, but I'm going to work and try and get that thing back to 100% as soon as I can.
Delivery from Divis from the stretch, misses outside. It's 1-2. We're here in Wellington, Kansas. It's a nice night for baseball. Flags over on the left side of the field, blowing hard to the left side. See if that impacts any balls. A flag out in center field, not moving a bit. Short dimensions here in Wellington. 316 in the left corner, under 300 feet in the right corner. It's 294. Deep center, it's 403 feet.
Yeah, if you can poke one out to right field, you might have a chance.
Saw a couple long bombs in last night's game. Multiple just barely missed home runs. It's 1-2 again after the foul ball. Divis delivers. It's a nice pitch that he just can't locate perfectly. It was very well placed. Couldn't bait Brotman into swinging. It's 2-2. One away, nobody on. On deck is Joe Rankin, the first baseman.
Umpire had a tight zone last night. Let's see if that carries over.
It's 2-2. Divis steps off the bump. Calling time is Brotman. Davis, one of the guys that goes from the stretch, no matter if there's guys on or not, but it's been effective from this season. One of the few guys in the league that started as many games as he has with an ERA under 3. 2-2 again after the called time. Davis delivers, and it's another foul ball. Davis played at UTA with the guy at shortstop, Matt Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh finished his freshman season there. Davis finished his junior season there. Davis wants a different ball, gets the umpire's attention, and will get one here.
New catcher behind the plate as well.
Dalton Dinkle played at Cali County, and then Newman joining the Larks. Was here yesterday with the Larks. Didn't play. He has a broken hand, but he's toughing it out and starting behind the plate. The 2-2 delivery runs outside. It's a full count.
So far, looking like that hand's holding up.
Davis will get set and deliver the payoff pitch here. It's a long at bat, but Davis picks up strikeout number 36 on the season. Back-to-back strikeouts, and now there's 2 away. It was a scoreless first inning last night, and it looks to be the same here. No run scored until the 7th inning. Larks got 4 off of Grove, and then the Heat got 1 off of Russet Hayes in the 7th. It was a 5-2 victory for the Larks. Larks picked up win number 21 on the season. They lead the Jayhawk West Division half a game up against the BJs. The Heat a half a game back from first place in the South Central Division. The Cannons in the lead. One and 0.
Yeah, the guy last night for Wellington, we started out kind of slow against him. He had a good run to his fastball. Make the play, Cabby.
Cavanaugh gets you that one, throws it on the move. Strachan digs it. Cavanaugh getting some respect over there on the left side of the field. Heat go down in order. We'll head to the top of the second. No score. You're tuned into Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the second we go here on Larks Network. Leading it off is the third baseman tonight, Skylar Luna, getting his first at-bat in forever after being out with an injury. Swings at his first pitch and misses. It's 0-1.
Welcome back, Skylar.
Looking for a welcome back at-bat here. Looking to put something together. Larks trying to put a one across the board here. He's fouled this one off. It's 0-2 quick. Luna was having a pretty good season until he got hurt. He comes into this one with a batting average of .250, but through 7 games. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Turn on post notifications. You'll get notified every time we go live for every single game this season. It's 1-2. Good eye from Luna.
3 straight fastballs. Probably looking for all speed right here.
Luna from Tennessee played at Austin P. It's a drop third strike, and that's a first strikeout of the day for the Larks. Mason Schimmel's 19th on the season. I believe you and Luna play in the same conference when you guys will go back to your schools, Austin P and Jacksonville State. Think there'll be a continued rivalry between you two, or?
Oh, absolutely. We actually, our last series of the year was there, and whoever won that series was who was going to win the regular season conference title. So we ended up sweeping them. We got the best of them, but Skylar didn't play that series. He then he got redshirted, and but it was a good series. We chirped back and forth with them. So yeah, it'll definitely be a rivalry continuing forward.
1-0 is delivery to Kavanaugh. This one catches the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Kavanaugh, the starting shortstop tonight, has played at third base and has been in relief. Looks solid on the mound. Has an ERA of 0 flat, just like the guy sitting next to me. Brooke Brandon went out through 2 innings, no earned runs, picked up the W. Kavanaugh grounds out to Williams at third base, is thrown out at first base, 2 away.
Yeah, I'm lucky I have that 0 ERA. I got some balls pieced off of me. But hey, good things happen when you throw strikes.
Yes, sir. So up next is Donaldson Dinkle getting his first at bat in the Larks uniform. He's a catcher, sporting the number 33 jersey. This will be his first look at Mason Schimmel. Takes this one 1-0.
Lefties will have a hard time tonight with this guy. He's kind of jumping towards them. His front foot's kind of coming at the batter. It's already hard enough for them.
Dinkle sends this one into right field. It's short, but Allen makes the catch about 5 feet in front of the warning track and from that 294 marker in right field. So 3 up, 3 down for the Larks in the second inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second here on Larks Network. Still no score. Bottom of the second we go here on Larks Network. Returning to the mound for his second inning of work, it's Wyatt Divis. He retired the heat in order, getting 2 strikeouts, retiring the side on a ground out. Leading off the bottom of the second is Garrett Thornton, the center fielder. His first delivery, he sends into center field. Andron going back. He stops about 10 feet in front of the warning track, makes the catch for out number 1. That ball was hit hard, with that same power to the right side of the field. Would have been easily gone, as it's only 294, but Davis and company grateful that it's 403 in deep center as for right now.
Off the bat, looked like Drake was about to be running a while after that.
So up next is Talon Schaller, the DH. In last night's ball game, Schaller, he went 0 for 4. He sends this one over to the right side. De Leon calling off Sutherland and Strachan. He makes the catch for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Can't think of a better way to start it for Divis.
Nope.
So Jacob Allen, he's the right fielder, friend of Christian Pierce, who they played together. And now they're facing off against each other. Larks versus Heat tonight, game 2. Larks lead the series 1-0.
I've always enjoyed playing behind Divis because he fills up the zone. He gets a lot of balls put in play. It's fun to play behind him.
This one is on the outside part of the plate. Dinkle does a nice job of framing it. It's 0-1. Davis not wasting time, neither is Schimmel. It's 7:31 p.m. here in Wellington, Kansas, and we're 2 outs into the bottom of the second. This one in the same spot, but taking something off it. It's now 0-2. Three hits for the Larks, none for the Heat. All 3 hits for the Larks came in that first inning. Larks went 1-2-3 in the top of this one. Allen sends this one over to the right side and foul. Last night, Allen went 0 for 3 with a walk. He's hitting 167 on the season, 11 total bases. The 0-2 delivery from Divis. It's into center field. Angeron taking a couple steps to his right and back, and now going forward. He makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second. Divis retiring them in order. We'll head to the top of the third here on Larks Network. No score.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
So we head to the top of the third. Leading it off, it's the 9-hole Jimmy Daly on the second baseman for the Larks. This will be his first look at Schimmel. Schimmel retired the Larks in order, 1-2-3 inning, retiring Luna, Kavanaugh, and Dinkle respectively. 0-1.
Jimmy's going to have a good night tonight. He's due. Last night, kind of struggled, but tonight, I think he's going to have a good night. This is his type of pitching right here.
He went 0 for 4 last night, got hat-tricked, went 3 strikeouts. It's 1-1. De Leon on his season, batting .300 flat through 90 at-bats. Has it a home run. It was a 3-run shot against Valley Center. He turns and hits this one over to Williams in the hot corner, who gets it in time to Rankin for out number 1. So we'll head to the top of the order, due up for the Larks. As you can see on your screen, it's Sutherland on deck, leading the hole, followed by Strachan and Belbin.
Like I said earlier, this pitcher kind of steps towards the lefties, so they might have some inside-out swings. I think Drake had a little drooler in the infield. There you go.
He sends this one up
Right
the
inside.
middle. It's his second base hit of the night, 2 in the first 3 innings. He's on first with 1 away. He adds to his total that leads the league in hits. He now has 42. In second place is Justin Lee, and in 5th place, George Sutherland. Larks have the most hits of any team in the league, and have the most doubles, second most triples. Struggling in that home run category compared to teams like the BJs or the Heat or the Pipeliners, but still lead the league in total bases, and they have the best record. This one runs low on Sutherland, 1-0. Larks have one of the most short depth rosters, just around 20 guys on the team, but still the best record. Brooke, what's been the key to your guys' success?
Well, I think we're just piecing together key hits when we need them. You know, last night it was a 0-0 ball game going into the 6th maybe, and we pieced together some hits, scored 4 runs. They ended up winning the ball game for us. Against Liberal last series, we had some key hits, and I just think it's key moments that we live for, and we come through most of the time.
It's 1-1 on Sutherland.
Pitching staff's been really good.
Swings and misses at that one, but Angeron's in there safely at second base, adding to his stolen base total. He's second in the league in stolen bases, leads the Larks. That's number 19. Hasn't been caught once. There's a pickoff move that did get him. He was in a rundown after it. I thought it was ruled catch stealing, but scoreboard says differently.
That's always helpful. Guys steal bases, get the runners in score position. That's when you come through with the key hits.
So,
You know, we got some good guys that can run the bases. Drake, George, Belbin, all lefties. They get on base, they're gonna steal.
2-2. This one runs inside on Sutherland. Sutherland grounded into a double play in the first inning. That was only the second time this season he's been a victim of it. His 2-2 delivery misses outside. It's a full count. Sutherland awaits his payoff pitch. It's lefty versus lefty. 4 hits for the Larks, 2 off the bat of Angeron.
He's got a base open right here. He might come with some off speed. George's a good hitter, he'll know that. He'll react to.
His payoff pitch
There it was.
misses down low. It's a nice walk from Sutherland. Runners on first and second with 1 away. So up next is Justin Lee. Singled in the first, reached second base after a Strachan single. Was held there after Belbin grounded back to Schimmel. That is on the season for Schimmel, the 9th guy he's walked. And for Sutherland, that's the 13th time he's reached on base on balls. Lee swings at one that was on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Justin's an aggressive hitter, leads the league in total bases. He's batting .406, only Lark to hit above 400.
Key with him is he doesn't miss good pitches. He drills them. First bat, he got one right down the middle.
He sends this one into center field. Thornton goes back, makes the catch. Andron starts to tag up. He'll have to retreat back to second base. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Lee's now 1 for 2 on the day. Up next is Strachan, 1 for 1 with a single in the first. Strachan's your teammate at JSU and with the Larks What's Strachan's strength that he brings to the table?
Ooh. He's just a good hitter. He's got raw power. He hasn't hit a home run this summer yet, but I know one's gonna come soon. I think he hit 11 or 12 home runs. Hit a walk-off home run in the tournament. So he's liable, and he's got some raw power. So
Had 10 home runs at JSU, 22 RBIs, batted .254. He is a 6'2" sophomore there, but going into his junior season, it's 0-1. Delivery to him, he sends it into shallow center field. Thornton races in. He gets called off by Brotman, the second baseman. Brotman makes the catch on the pop-up. Larkstrand 2 on base for the second time tonight. We'll head to the bottom of the third here on Larks Network. Still no score. Bottom of the third we go. Divis returning for his second inning of work defensively for your Larks. It's Luna at third base, Kavanaugh at shortstop, DeLeon at second base, Strachan on first base. In the outfield, it's Lee Angeron Southern going from left to right. Dinkle behind the plate, and Divis on the bump. The first guy he'll face here in the third inning is the 7-hole, the catcher, Sparky Bray. Righty versus righty. Divis delivers. It's a nice pitch. This one's grounded over to Kavanaugh a little softly. Kavanaugh makes his signature throw on a hop. In time, distraction for out number 1.
like I said earlier, you throw strikes, good things happen. He's throwing strikes. And
Larks have one of the best defensive teams in the league, if not the best. Kavanaugh been a key part of that over at the shortstop spot. No errors on his season. 1 error on the season. My bad.
And it really wasn't even an error. He had a ball flew up the middle, had to spin around and overthrew him. They gave him an error, but if I was the scorekeeper, I wouldn't have.
0-1 to Tristan Williams, the third baseman. This one misses just outside. 1-1.
It's crazy that he didn't even play short. When he was at UTA this year, he was more of a third baseman, is what he told me.
He was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year at shortstop in high school, but was utilized as a defensive replacement at UTA. On the season for Williams, he's hitting .299, 37 total bases, 18 RBIs. He pops this one. Bang. He's 1-2. No score for the Larks for the first 3 innings. Divis gone 2 1/3. no hits allowed. His delivery to Williams, this one's popped up and it's going to be over the head of Dingle, out of play. Sounds like it's over the press box here too. A cool night for baseball. It was 85 degrees at first pitch with an 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing to third base side, but it's since cooled off. Not a beautiful view as last night with the fireworks in the outfield, but a beautiful pitch there from Divis. He picks up his third strikeout of the game, number 37 on the season, 2 away.
He's going to have a good night if he keeps filling it up.
He struck out Barks and Brotman back-to-back in the first. Got Rankin to ground it out. Flew out Thornton, and Allen and Schaller got him to pop out in the second. Ground out and a strikeout here in the third. Retired the first 8 batters. Up next is Cody Carpenter. Didn't appear in last night's game. He's wearing that number 31 jersey. Played at Southwestern. He's a right-hander that hits and throws right. Carpenter batting 118 coming to this one. This is his 13th game he's appeared in. It's 0-1.
I know this is Dalton's first game behind the plate in a long time, but he's looking like he's holding up pretty well. Sticking some balls just like that right there.
And it's 0-2.
Hand looks like it's holding up pretty well.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's his left hand, his glove hand, which will be nice if he has to throw anybody out, but hasn't had to worry about that. No base runners for the Heat. 0-2 is fouled off. Reset, go 0-2 for pitch number 4. He gets set, composes himself, delivers. It's a nice pitch that Carpenter just fouls back. Back-to-back foul balls on 0-2 count. This is game 2 of this 4-game road series. Larks will have their next 2 in McPherson against the Pipeliners. You can catch those games right here on Larks Network.
I think Davis needs to throw the ball in the dirt right here. Guys are looking for him to fill up the zone. I think he's in swing mode right here.
It's a nice off-speed pitch with movement, but it can't catch the zone. It's 1-2. Davis played at UTA. He played at Hutch Community College before that from Lincoln, Nebraska. Following in those footsteps is Max McGuire getting the night off from Lincoln, Nebraska. Went to Hutch Community College, and now with the Larks. This is Davis' second season with the Larks. The first for McGuire, another foul ball with 2 strikes. Carpenter staying alive. Sutherland playing deep right field, only a few steps in front of the warning track, but that's not saying much. As I mentioned, it's 294 on the right side.
Probably pretty normal depth. He might be playing more in than he usually does as well. Good
1-2,
pitch.
and like Brooks said, it's a nice pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts for Divis for the second time tonight. That was number 4 on the night, number 38 on the season. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on Larks Network. Still no score. Top of the fourth we go here on Larks Network. Still no score. Leading it off is going to be Jared Belbin, the DH, grounded back to Schimmel to in the top of the first. Looking to get his first of the ball game. He'll be number 5 on the night for the Larks if he can do it.
About 2 inches from away from a base hit, last at bat. Maybe he'll get lucky.
This one misses low, almost in the dirt. It's 1-0. Schimmel will go from the windup. Righty delivering to lefty delivering to lefty here. Belbin gets some speed on this hit, but it's over to the right side and foul. 1-1. Nobody on deck. It's Skylar Luna. Kavanaugh is in the hole. The 1-1 delivery, a major on-speed pitch that goes high, drops a little bit, but it still misses the zone plenty. It's 2-1. Belbin from Australia taking his talents to north central Kansas for the summer.
It's crazy. How in the world did he get here?
Played out of Arizona Western with Mason Myrie, Larks pitcher, who didn't make the trip with us this weekend. And then Larks, another guy not making the trip this weekend was Hernan Yanez. Drove down with us and caught a flight back home, and it's a season for him. This one runs inside and misses. It's a full count. Larks doing a nice job of getting Schimmel high in pitch count, working several full counts early in this game. The Larks 7-5 in the Jayhawk West Division, a half a game up on Liberal. 20-5 in the KCLB, undefeated in the South Central Division. They're 13-0. He'll get another payoff pitch here. The Heat are 14-4 in their South Central Division, half a game back from the Cannons. They're 17-12 overall. Schimmel allowed 6 earned runs in his last appearance through 4 innings. This is his 4th inning of work here. No earned runs yet, but it's a leadoff base runner. Nice at bat from Belbin. Belbin, aggressive base runner that gets the job done. He's on first with nobody out. Coming up to the dish is Skylar Luna, struck out in the second.
Yeah, Skylar got his first at bat out of the way. Seeing the ball now. I expect something good right here.
Belbin on the base paths this season. 10 stolen bases, only been caught once. This is in the dirt off the chest protector of Bray. Belbin advances into scoring position.
Yeah, I've been behind in the order behind Belbin most of the year, and if he ever gets on first, coach always tells me give him a pitch to go, and he usually does. It's always a threat.
He stands as the go-ahead runner at second base with still nobody out in the 4th. 1-0 on Luna. Luna grew up in Tennessee, committed to the University of Tennessee, and then transferred to Austin P. Gray-shirted there. This one's grounded up the middle. Brotman goes to his right, throws it over to Rankin, gets Luna out, but advancing 90 feet from scoring the first one of the game is Jared Belbin.
And that's a base hit if the second baseman doesn't have to hold Belbin on. Well, that's part of the game.
Belbin now is at third base. That's the farthest any base runner has reached this game. Justin Lee got to second base in the first, and no base runners have reached across for the Heat through the first 3. Props to Divis and the defense behind him. One away, the first pitch to Matt Kavanaugh. It misses. It's 1-0.
As a hitter, Matt's either looking for a ball that he can drill, looking for a ball up, get him RBI right here, help the team out. All he has to do is hit in the air deep.
And he does hit in there here, but it's shallow over the right side, making the catch and knocking over his teammate Brotman. Rankin makes the catch. A little bit of a clumsy play, but it's still out number 2. Communication key on pop-ups like that. Larks do a nice job all season of that. They've only had 1 collision, and luckily nobody was hurt. Up next is Dalton Dinkle, his second at bat in the Larks uniform. In his first one, that was in the second, he flew out to Allen in right field.
First game back, maybe he can come up with a big key hit early in the game right here for us.
Shimmo looking to stop that. He gets Dinkle to ground this one over to Williams in the hot corner, and he throws it across the diamond to Rankin, gets Dinkle out. Larks leave a runner at third. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth here on Larks Network. Larks and Heat tied at 0-0. Bottom of the fourth we go. Divis returning for his fourth inning of work. No base runners allowed. The first guy he'll face is the top of the order, Noah Barks.
Fill it up again, Davey. I don't know what his ball to strike ratio is right now. Probably pretty good.
Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks all summer long. The first delivery here. It's a nice pitch. Gets Barks to swing and miss out at 0-1. He struck out Barks in the first inning. First batter he faced. That was strikeout number 35 on the season. He struck out 4 tonight through those first 3 innings of work. The 0-1 delivery misses just inside 1-1.
This guy laid a good bunt down last night. Expect it at some point in this game again.
No defensive adjustment with that. It's 1-2. Luna playing a couple feet back from the grass on the third base side. Strachan playing far back on the first base side, but likely won't see in a bunt as it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery, high and outside, 2-2. Davis been dealing so far, and he's moving quick. It's almost 8 o'clock, not even an hour into this one, and we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 2's deliveries hit line drive to JDL, reaches out his glove, makes the catch for out number 1. Nice play from Jimmy DeLeon.
Tough play. The ball's tailing away from him. He's got to stay on top of that ball.
DeLeon's been solid defensively for the Larks, just as every other defensive player. He's helped turn 14 double plays. One away, nobody on for the 2-hole. The second baseman, Andrew Brotman, he struck out in the first. Divis delivers. This one's fouled over the right side, 0-1.
Who's our bat boy down there?
believe it's not somebody I know. 0-1. Divis will deliver from the stretch. This one's hit hard on the left side, grounded. It's foul. On deck is Joe Rankin. In the hole, Garrett Thornton. Brotman played at Neosho Community College. He's an infielder that hits right-handed. It's 0-2 on him. This
Good
one,
spot.
like Brooks said, nice spot, just a little bit outside. Can't bait Brotman into swinging. It's 1-2. This one misses outside, 2-2. Due up for the Larks in the fifth. There'll be Jimmy De Leon, followed by Angeron and Sutherland. Similar to how last night's game started, no score through the first 4 innings. It's a full count here on Brotman.
Everything's going well so far. I think he just needs to throw this one anywhere he can across the plate. Let something good happen.
He gets set and delivers the payoff pitch. Misses just outside. First base run of the game for the Heat with one away in the bottom of the fourth. For Divis, that's the 12th guy he's walked this season through 31 and a third innings. And for Brotman, that's walk number 10 on the season. One away for Joe Rankin, the first baseman who grounded out to Kavanaugh to end the first inning. Starting to take off is Brotman. Stops himself. Scoreboard reads 0-1 count. Divis going to check over at Brotman, but not in time. The 0-1 delivery's hit over into right field, but way foul. 0-2.
I didn't realize how much foul territory there was down the left field line.
Rankin played at Southwestern. Right-handed catcher getting the start at first base tonight. Davis going to check over at first base, getting back on the dirt base path is Brotman. Larks Park is a turf field, infield, grass outfield. Most of the stadiums the Larks have played out have been turf. This is only the third one they played with dirt. As a player, which do you prefer to be run the bases on?
Ooh. Run the bases. Probably dirt. But everything else, really turf. No bad hops, fielding ground balls. Everything's just so much smoother, you know.
So that's an error for Jimmy De Leon. Reaching is Rankin, advancing to third is Brotman. No hitter still alive for Divis, but he has a runner in scoring position. That's the go-ahead run, and Brotman.
Turf is kind of taking over the world in every sport.
I know the host families like the turf infield as makes laundry easier. 0-1. It's Garrett Thornton at the plate now. He played at Chandler Gilbert. The 0-1 is smacked into left center field. Angeron makes the catch on the run, and he's not going to throw it in. Scoring is Brotman. It's a sacrifice fly off the bat of Thornton, and for the first time this series, the Heat have a lead. RBI for Thornton. On the season, that is RBI number 28. He leads the Heat. And runs scored for Brotman, number 19. The 1-0 delivery called strike one.
This guy hitting was intimidating. Playing third base last night. Big dude.
One delivery to the designated hitter. He popped up to De Leon over behind first base in the second inning. It's 1-2. For a second, looked like the Larks were going to get out. This one looked like De Leon was going to turn his 15th double play of the season. He had an error, and one came around to score. Following it, it's 2-2. Schaller was coming into this game hitting .244, had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 singles. It's a nice pitch from Divis, misses just low on the breaking ball. It's full count. Sign from head coach Rick Twyman for the Heat. We'll see what happens here. Likely taking off with a full count and 2 away will be Rankin. So we'll get another payoff pitch as Rankin did take off.
Guy's been kind of late on the fastball. I wouldn't waste a off-speed pitch right here.
Schaller twirls his bat. He'll step back in, digging in, awaiting his second payoff pitch of this at-bat. Taking off his Rankin, it's a swing and a miss. The 5th strikeout of the game for Divis, number 39 on the season. We'll head to the top of the 5th after the Heat get one off of the Larks. Larks trailing the Heat 1-0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
1-0 lead for the Heat after 4 innings. We're here in the top of the 5th. Leading it off is De Leon, 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to Williams to start off the 3rd inning. His second look at Schimmel here. This one runs low and inside. It's 1-0.
Never doubt the Larks when they're behind.
Larks were down 11-0 in the first inning in the Park City series. Came back and won that game,
Here you go, Jimmy.
scoring 12 unanswered. They won it 18-12. De Leon gets a base hit. 5th hit of the game for the Larks. First of the night for Jimmy De Leon, trying to break out of what some call a slump, but he's just a great player. Not having the best of go things, but he's bouncing back tonight. Larks fans, make sure to follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. If you do, you'll stay up to date with all things Larks, such as this day in Larks history. On July 5th, 1959, Larks ace Leroy Brungart tossed a 4-hit shutout in a 9-0 win at Munger in WCKL action. Ken Coddington hit an RBI double and a run-scoring single in a game shortened to 8 innings by rain. This one popped over the left side, making a basket catch is Bray for out number 1. George Sutherland stepping up to the plate now. That's the first time Andron's been out tonight. He had 2 singles. Sutherland double play in the walk. It's his name thus far. He turns on the first one, sends it into right field. It's going to bounce in front of Allen. Andron was caught up, but he has the speed to get in there in time. Excuse me, that's De Leon at first base. He has the speed to get in there in time safely. Runners on first and second with 1 away.
Just about to say George due for a hit.
1 for 2 now on the day. So Lee at the plate now, 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Leads the league in total bases, second in the league in hits. Looking to grow closer to that lead. Drake Andron leads it. Lee has a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Larks lead the league in total bases and in RBIs. It's 0-1.
That's a good changeup right there.
Larks have the most runs scored. In Jayhawk West play, they've allowed 60 runs and they've scored 64, but when it comes to the total season, they have the most runs scored with 238. This delivery to Justin misses 1-1. He's headed to Angelo State this fall. He'll join Wellington Heat player Shannon Broussard. It's 1-1. This is fouled off, and it's 1-2. Royals fans watching the stream on Larks Network. Royals lead the Nationals 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2. De Leon at second base. At first base is Sutherland. Larks looking to tie this game up. Game time run at second base. Go ahead run at first base. The 1-2 delivery. Catches the outside part of the plate. And they're going to say Lee goes down on strikes. Put a backwards K in your scorebook. It was a close call. But my opinion cannot change the umpires.
As a Braves fan, I hope them Royals whoop up on them Nationals.
2 away here for your teammate at JSU, Alex Strachan. 1 for 2 on the day with a pop-up and a single. He swings at this one, hits it into right center field, giving chases Allen, and then he comes forward a few steps, makes the catch. Lark Strand 2 on base, can't get anything across. They'll trail the Heat 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on Larks Network.
to the Larks Network.
Davis returning for his 5th inning of work. First guy he faces, Jacob Allen. This one's over the left side and foul.
Wow. I think the ball would have hit him if he didn't square the bunt.
On deck is Sparky Bray. He'll hand Allen his bat back, and we'll get set for the 0-1. Larks held scoreless through the first 5 innings. Davis went 3 innings of work, not allowing a run. One came off against him in the 4th. Larks trail 1-0. Still no hits for the Heat. One misses. It's 1-1. Six hits for the Larks, 1 error, no errors for the Heat. Last night it was a pitcher's duel and defensive game through the first 6 innings. No errors at all last night, and there's no score through the first 6. Larks got 4 in the 7th, ended up winning it 5-2. This one's fouled back. It's 1-2. Allen, his first at bat, flew out to Angeron to end the 2nd inning. Davis walks back up to the rubber, just as Hatton. He'll deliver the 1-2 pitch.
Skylar needs some action over there at third base.
Jacob Allen at the plate. He played at San Bernardino. He's a righty outfielder. He swings and hits this one into the outfield. Justin Lee goes back to the fence and watches it go over. That's a home run. So Larks allowed their first hit in the 5th inning. They're down 2-0.
Yep, lift that one a little too up.
It's a solo shot off the bat of Allen for him on the season. That is home run number 2.
First mistake he's made all night.
That's RBI number 6 and run scored number 9. Davis was going solid through those first 4, now has a run in the 4th and the 5th. But if anybody can come back in this game, it's most certainly the boys in blue. First delivery here to Sparky Bray, who grounded out to Kavanaugh in the 3rd. Misses low, it's 1-0. Defense is still the same for the Larks. Lee in left field, Andron in center, Sutherland in right. The 1-0 delivery at the letters, 2-0. Strachan's at first base, JDL at second, Matt Cav at short, Skylar Luna in the hot corner, Dalton Dinkle making his first appearance with the Larks. He's behind the plate, 2-0. Davis will go from the stretch. That's only the 2nd home run he's allowed this season. It's 3-0. A lot of pitchers, no matter if they're in the MLB or in high school ball, lose composure after a home run. Brooke, what's Davis got to do to bounce back and get these next 3 outs?
He's got to be confident in his stuff. He just needs to fill up the zone like he's been doing.
It's a 4-pitch walk. The second batter, Davis's walk tonight, number 13 on the season. Back-to-back innings with a walk. There's a runner on first with nobody out.
Davis is real competitive, so he'll come back right here.
Movement in the Larks bullpen, and it looks like Nash Neff. 6 hits for the Larks, 1 error, no runs scored, 2 runs for the Heat, 1 hit, no errors. Showing bunt is Williams, the 3rd baseman. Skylar Luna races in, it's 1-0. 1-0 delivery, showing a bunt. Again is Williams. This one's hit over to Luna. Scoops it, throws over to Strachan for out number 1. Runner advances into scoring position. So Williams will still stand at 0 for 1 the day with a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. At the plate now is the 9-hole bottom of the order, Cody Carpenter. Struck out against Divis in the 3rd to end the inning. 1 away, runner on second base in Sparky Bray.
Skylar made that play look easy. It looks like he's still favoring that ankle just a little bit.
This delivery framed by Dinkle. It's called strike 1. And this one's in the dirt, but swinging, it's 0-2. Compliments to any pitcher. You can get a batter to swing at one in the dirt, and Divis did it there. It's 0-2.
Throw it again.
On deck is the top of the order, Noah Barks, 0 for 2 on the day. Divis looking to make Carpenter 0 for 2, and he does on a swing and a miss. It's a strikeout. Carpenter slams his bat into the ground. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So 2 away with a runner on second base for the top of the order, Noah Barks. Struck out to start off the bottom of the 1st, lined out to De Leon to start off the bottom of the 4th.
Bunted with 2 outs yesterday. Might do it again.
Kavanaugh goes over to the bag a little bit. No pickoff move. This one's hit over the grandstand here in Wellington at Hibbs Hooten Field. Oh and 1 with 2 away. This inning was started off with a solo shot off the bat of Jacob Allen. Time is called by Barks. Divis will step off the rubber, take a deep breath, make his adjustments, and he'll step back on. Get ready for his 0-1 delivery. And it's a heater. Nice pitch. It's 0-2 quick.
This guy's kind of fading away from the ball. I'd throw an outside pitch again. Let him watch it.
I got it. No, you didn't. I got it. No, I got it. Here.
0-2, two-way runner at second base in Sparky Bray. Divis, his 0-2 delivery. A close one. And misses high. It's 1-2. Davis checks over at Bray, steps off the rubber. This one misses. It's 2-2. Two-away runner on second. 2-2 count. The delivery. Divis from the stretch. An off-speed one found way back. Just looking to protect the plate. Not strike out looking. Barks sends this one over. We'll reset. Go 2-2 again. Barks played at OCU. He's an infielder. Getting the start tonight at the shortstop spot. He's the leadoff guy. Duel for the Larks will be Belbin, followed by Luna and Kavanaugh. His delivery misses low and outside. It's full count. Full count delivery, the payoff pitch, hint, line drive into left field, send the runner home is Twyman. The throw pulls Dinkle away from the plate. It's a 3-0 ball game. Runner advances to third. Larks find themselves in unfamiliar territory, down 3-0 in the fifth. RBI base hit. Advancing to third on the throws and the overthrow. It's Barks. First RBI on the day. Scoring is Bray. His first run scored of the day for Bray. That is run scored number 21. And for Barks, that's RBI number 13. Two-way runner, 90 feet from making it a 4-0 game. 2 hits for the Wellington this whole game, both in this inning. 1-0. Excuse me, 1-0. This one's grounded over to Kavanaugh. Catches it at knee level, throws over to Strachan. Wellington gets 2 off of Divis. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Larks trailing the Heats 3-0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leading off the 6th inning is the DH, Jared Belvin. 0 from the day with a walk and a ground out. He swings at his first pitch, pops it a mile high. Calling off Barks is Williams. He makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th inning. Luna at the plate now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, looking for his first hit in his first game back.
Overachieving.
On deck is Matt Kavanaugh and the whole Dalton Dinkle. Larks fans, if you have any questions for Larks player Brooke Brannon, drop in the comment section below. He wants to answer some tonight. We'll get them answered on air. 1-0.
Attaboy, Skylar.
Luna sends this one hard into center field, a line drive that Thornton struggles to track. He gets it after a couple of bounces. Luna's on base for his first hit tonight. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
1 away way. Runner on first for Matt Cavanaugh. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop-up. He's among the league leaders in hits. He is in 7th place, tied for 6th. When it comes to that hit total, Larks have many among the league leaders. Sutherland, Lee, and Andron all in the top 5. And Cavanaugh at the plate now has 33 hits, batting .355. It's 0-1 after foul ball. 0-1 at eye level of Matt. It's 1-1. Matt Cav, a Texas native, stayed in Texas for his time at UTA. He's here with the Larks this summer, playing with teammate at UTA, Wyatt Davis, who got the start tonight. Larks find themselves down 3-0 in the top of the 6th. 1-1. Cavanaugh sends it to the other shortstop. Bars gets it, tosses it from his glove to Brahman. Gets over to Rankin, who scoops it. It's a double play for Cavanaugh, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Larks down 3-0. This is Larks Network. New pitcher for the Larks, replacing Davis after 5 innings of work. It's Nash Neff. Played at the Colorado School of Mines with Mikey Gangwish in his freshman season. Had a 1-0 record through 6 appearances, 4 1/3 innings pitched. Struck out 7. Was named the preseason newcomer to watch, and was named NCBWA preseason second team all-region. First guy he'll face is Joe Rankin. Neff has heat on his pitches. This one misses low, 1-0. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribing on YouTube help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Due to YouTube's policy, we can't stream these games directly from the Larks website until we get to 1,000 subscribers. 2-0. Neff on the season, 6 2/3 innings pitched in 6 games, has an ERA of 8.1, 6 earned runs through those 6 2/3 innings pitches, allowed a home run and struck out 13. 2-1.
He started 1 game since I've been here. Was kind of wild. Kind of missed his zone a little bit, and then ended up finding it.
towards the end of the inning, but he came in the other day and he absolutely did awesome, so it's expected again from him.
Check swing from Rankin. He fouls it off. It's 2-2. And Neff's last appearances against Valley Center, through an inning, allowed a hit. No earned runs or walks or strikeouts. In the appearance before that, it was in a 14-2 win against Valley Center. Through 2 innings, allowed a hit, struck out 5. This one's in the dirt, full count. Larks fans, if you have any questions for Brooke Brandon, drop them in the comments section. We'll get them answered on air. Brooke's itching to answer some. This one's in the dirt. It's a walk on the payoff pitch. Rankin's reached base twice tonight. No hits. Reaching on an error and now reaching on a walk. Runner on first with nobody outs for the cleanup hitter, Garrett Thornton. 0-4 on the day with a flyout and a sacrifice fly. He drove in a run. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network, joined by Larks player Brooke Brandon. Neff looks over at Rankin, delivers this one in the dirt. Dinkle does a nice job blocking, and it's 1-1. Excuse me, 1-0. Seven hits for the Larks, 2 errors for them, no runs scored. 3 runs for the Heat, 2 hits, 0 errors. This one's in the dirt. Dinkle blocks it. No throw. Advancing into scoring position is Rankin. Two and 0. Larks won last night, picking up the win. Picking up the win was Rustin Hays. He went 8 innings, 2 earned runs. Drew Marufo came in and picked up his second save of the season. 3-0. Zayider catches the inside part of the plate. It's a hitter's count. Down for Thornton, the center fielder. Thornton played at Chandler Gilbert. He's here facing off against the Ore Digger Nash Neff.
The Ore Digger.
3-2. Colorado School of Mines. Larks have 2 Ore Diggers on the roster. Gangwish, who is now a former Colorado School of Mines player, just finished his senior year there. He's in his 3rd year at the Larks. Neff finishes freshman year there. It's his 1st year with the Larks. Full count. The payoff pitch is slapped into center field. Angeron races back. He has speed. It's going to drop on the warning track. Take a bounce. It's on the wall. Going to third. Losing his helmet is Thornton. He gets thrown out. Nice throw from Angeron. That was cut off. And there's one away. It's an RBI, though, for Thornton. His second one of the day. It'll be ruled a RBI double, scoring his Rankin. The first time he scored tonight. Bases are empty, 1 away, 4-0 lead for the Heat. Larks have 9 outs to put something together after this.
You want to limit as many runs? You want to limit as many runs as you can when you're trying to make a comeback like this. So that was a good relay. We needed that.
1-0. At the plate now is Talon Schaller. Last night's ball game, 0 for 4. Pops this one over the left side. Lee, Kavanaugh, Luna all giving chase. Lee calls him off, makes the catch in front of the wall in foul territory. It's out number 2.
Now that left fielder, Jacob Allen.
2 away now for Jacob Allen in his last at-bat, hit a solo shot. He's 1 for 2 in the day with that home run and a flyout. Cranked that one to left field. Goes over the fence between the 355 and 316 markers. And then a crushed one to center field. Andron made the catch in his first at bat. Pops up his first delivery out of play. It's 0-1. So we've got our first questions from Larks head coach's wife, Barb Lewis. Brooke, how's the crowd in Wellington?
Nothing compared to Larks Park. There's probably a couple hundred people here. They don't really get as into the game as we do there at Larks Park, but not a bad crowd for a summer game.
Well, I'm glad you got an athletic scholarship because I think your math skills are a little off tonight. I don't think there's triple digits, Brooke.
Close.
2-1 runs inside. It's a hitter's count.
Hey, you don't know how many people are down the foul lines. You can't see down there, but you never know.
Larks Park, usually packed. It's sparse here in Wellington, but they're doing a nice job of getting loud and into the game. You can hear them up in the press box. Their voice is picking up on the mic. This one, moving his head out of the way, is Allen. It's a walk here. Second guy, Neff has walked. Runner on first with 2 away. Up next, Sparky Bray walked in his last at-bat, grounded out in his first one. Brooke questioning my eyesight, now counting the fans in attendance. I'll wait for his total. Two away, runner on first base. It's Allen there. Neff looking to retire. Out number 3.
All right, maybe you're right. I can count 87 from here, but I can't see the other side of the dugout, so
87.
there's probably 113 over there, just to make me right.
We'll not worry about that one. Keith Harper's coming out of the Larks dugout. We're going to take a quick pause on Larks Network while Brooke recounts his math and Nash looks to compose himself here. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Back here, bottom of the 6th, Neff still on the mound. He has a 1-0 count against Sparky Bray with the runner on first. We got another question. Larks fans, way to go. We got 2. Let's get some more. This one is from Maria Gilliland, Big Mike's mom. Brooke, what's your favorite all-time baseball memory?
First of all, hey, Miss Maria, miss you. My favorite baseball memory, probably right now, honestly, getting to be up here with Carson It's an honor.
Yes.
It's a privilege. It really is. No, I'm just kidding. Probably we were 12 and under. We went to Cooperstown, New York to play in a tournament where the Baseball Hall of Fame is, and probably hitting a home run there. It was very special, and it was awesome being there and being able to do that was something I'll never forget.
It's a 4-pitch walk to Bray, back-to-back walk to back-to-back at-bats. Now batting is Tristan Williams. Brooke, with all due respect, I think I liked your first answer better.
I bet you did.
Runners on first and second, 2 away. Williams had a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat. Let's get some more questions in the comments section. We're having a good time in the press box. Now it's a lot of fun with these. We're not having a lot to say tonight. No score from the Larks. Neff delivers from the stretch. This is high, 1-0. Talked about Maria Gill in the comments section. Michael's mom. We expect to see Michael on the mound tomorrow night. Expect him in relief. This one runs inside, 2-0. Neff struggling with command here. Just needs one more out.
Miss Marie, if you're listening, I'd like to know when y'all are going to come visit. I know Mike said y'all are going to come at some point. Just let me know.
It's 3-0. Brooke, your family traveled up for a series. I would like to have your family's got your back traveling from Alabama to the middle of nowhere in Kansas.
It's awesome. They took a whole week to come see me. Took time off their job, which I'm sure they didn't mind, but Dad's probably a little behind in his business now since he took a whole week off, but I'm glad they came up here. I know they enjoyed it. They enjoyed the games. I know they had a lot of fun. It's a different atmosphere. They'd never been to Kansas before, so that's always a first. And the Kansas bugs were getting them, so they had to leave.
4-0 lead for the Heat. Neff, back-to-back 4-pitch walks. The bases are loaded with 2 away.
But yeah, they enjoyed it. They had a real fun time.
This delivery at chin level of Carpenter, the bottom of the order. Last at bat, he struck out. Divis struck him out 2 times in his 2 at bats.
I know they got real close with my host family, the Lindemeyers, and I think they're going to come take a trip to Bama, come hang out with us again during the fall. They'll come catch a game at Bryant-Denny, which is where Alabama football plays. And so that'll be fun to meet up with them again.
2-0. This is what we like to see. We got some more questions in the comment section. And to answer your question, as you said, Miss Maria, they're on their way now, somewhere between Little Rock and Tulsa. 3-0. Okay, we got another question. This one's from Lindsay Drowning. Brooke, the most important question. What's your favorite pregame meal?
Oh. It's not really a pregame meal right now. I call it a pregame snowball. Go to Sir's and get a Sierra Mist snowball. They always put me in a good mood, and that's what I got to be in to play well. People doubt the Sprite snowball. I think I've started a trend lately. So
it's good. Snowballs are the best. And I'd like to mention that we're not sponsored by Serve, so this is just from 2 guys' honest opinions. And Keith Harper coming out of the Larks dugout. It's going to be a day for Nash Neff. The bases are loaded with 2 away for his replacement. We'll be right back here on Larks Network. It's still the bottom of the 6th with two-way bases loaded. I'll adjust the score here. New pitcher, it's Tommy Garcia on the bump. He played at Mesa Community College. He's from Tucson, Arizona. And Harris, base is loaded. See what he can do here. Larks find themselves down 5-0. Oh and 1. Garcia on the season having himself a good one. Has appeared in 8 games, 17 innings pitched, has an ERA of 1.59, 2-0 record. 17 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Has started 1 game, and that was his last appearance against the BJs. No decision. He went 6 innings, allowed 1 earned run. He has 15 strikeouts on the season. Has only walked 4. 0-2 is the count. This one high as Garcia loses his hat for the first time on the mound tonight. Not in warm-ups, but he loses it. A lot I joked with him. I think we need to get him resized. Yeah, he delivers from the stretch. This one's popped up as he loses his hat again. De Leon makes a basket catch in front of second base for out number 3. Heat leave the bases loaded, but they score 2 for the second time in back-to-back innings. We'll be right back here on Larks Network for the 7th inning. Top of the 7th we go. Is a 5-0 lead for the Heat. Leading it off is Dalton Dinkle, 0 for 2 on the day in his first game with the Larks. We got ourselves another question. This one from My Time Sports. Mr. Andron Drake's father, he says, Brooks, the Larks seem to gel together as a team really quick and easy this summer. How's the team camaraderie holding up going into the last few weeks?
Oh, we had our last home series. We've had about a week or two at home, and we just all hung out as a group, got to know each other a lot better. I know everybody's names now. I struggled first couple weeks I was here, and the last couple weeks we've really gotten to know each other real well. And so I think that's paying off on the field. We're definitely doing better when we play as a team, and I think we'll keep improving as we know each other, get to know each other more. And I think We'll be brothers for life after this summer.
1-2
sure.
on Dalton Dinkle, the new guy. He fouls this one off. Not to interrupt you, but we've got a comments from somebody with the name of Heather Brandon. Are you familiar with her?
Sometimes she's a little crazy, but yeah, I'm familiar with her.
Anything to add to that?
No. She'll get mad at me if I say any more. Love you, Mom.
1-2 to Dinkle. It's an off-speed one that drops, but too late. It's 2-2. Larks down to their final 9 outs, looking to put together at least 5 runs. On deck is Jimmy DeLeon in the hole, Drake Angeron. Still on the mound is Chanel. And he gets Dinkle to strike out. Larks down to their final 8 outs. Larks a half a game up against the BJs in the Jayhawk West Division. Regardless of the outcome of this one, it won't affect those standings, and the Larks still hold the best record in the league. The Heat half a game back against the Cannons in the South Central Division. Delivery to JDL misses. It's 1-0. We'll be back here on Larks Network tomorrow night. Larks taking on the Pipeliners in McPherson. This is Carson Ackerman on the call on Larks Network, joined with Larks player Brooke Brandon. 1 away, 2-0 to Jimmy DeLeon. DeLeon on the day, 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. That single came in the 5th inning. Larks have been scoreless through the first 6, still have 7 hits. Heat only have 3, but they've scored 5.
Carson said I might be able to join him again, but I don't know any math, so fortunately I can't.
I mean, put it like that. I'm just saying, 87's a little different than a couple hundred. DeLeon takes this one all the way. It's a hitter's count now. Steve Sedbrook, the first base coach for the Larks, usually joking around with the umpires on the first base side. He's doing it again tonight. Frank Leo, the head coach, and third base coach over on the left side. DeLeon pops this one up hard out of play to the right side. Movement in the Larks bullpen. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Alex Strachan out there, your teammate at JSU. Your thoughts on seeing Strach on the bump?
I don't have any words, honestly. That's pretty odd.
The payoff.
Hey, go ahead.
The payoff pitch is low and inside.
He always brags about how good of a pitcher he was, and he is. So, guess he'll have a chance to prove tonight. I can't wait.
Schimmel was unhappy with that delivery. Took off his hat. Showed frustration on the bump. Keith Harper's out in the dugout with Strachan, trying to point him around for this game number 2 of this 2-game series. This delivery to Angeron, low and outside. Schimmel looking frustrated. There's movement in the bullpen for the Heat. Looks like number 19, Joe Slocum. 1-0. Another one misses low and outside on Angeron. Larks looking to rally here. 1 away. Runner on first. Schimmel starting to lose a little bit of his command. Three and 0. Andron awaits his through delivery. On the southpaw, he's taken it. It's 3-1 hitters count. Drake, interesting. He's a right-handed guy. Throws right-handed, but hits left-handed. whatever he's doing, it works for him. He leads the league in hits. And he'll walk here. And runners on first and second. Back-to-back walks out of the dugout is head coach Rick Twyman. We're going to take a quick pause here with runners on first and second with one away. Larks down against the the Heat, 5-0. One away, same pitcher, new batter. It's George Sutherland at the plate. Larks looking to rally here, have a runner in scoring position. Sutherland sends this one into left field. Carpenter giving chase. He's at the warning track, jumps, can't make the catch. It's off the wall. DeLeon rounds third. He's headed home, and Larks score their first run of the game, looking to rally here. And in order to do it, Schimmel's going to have to go through the heart of the order if he wants to stop him.
George with the oppo pop. He's got it.
And that's a day for Schimmel. Coming out of the dugout is Twyman. It's a 5-1 ball game. Larks coming alive, and if any team can do it, they certainly can. They were down 11-0 in the first inning against Park City. Scored 12 unanswered, won at 18-12. We'll take a quick pause during the pitching change and be right back here. Top of the 7th, still 1 away. Runners on first and second, and Sutherland and Andron respectfully. That was run scored on the day, number 1 for the Larks. It came from the feet of Jimmy DeLeon. Run scored number 26 on the season. For Sutherland, that was RBI, number 25. This one misses low on Justin Lee, the 3-hole. Pitching change, it's Joe Slocum on the bump now for the Heat.
A little over the top action. Expect some run.
In Slocum's last appearance, he came in relief through 2 innings, struck out 2 batters, no hits, no runs scored. This one's hit into center field. Getting under it is Thornton. Makes the catch. Andron goes back to tag. Nothing happening.
Just missed that one.
So up next is Strachan. We saw in the bullpen, he is 1 for 3 on the day, a fly out, a pop-up, and a single. On the season for Slocum, 8 innings pitched through 6 appearances, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, ERA of 2.25. First delivery to Strach, misses low, 1-0. Larks going in the heart of the order. It's the cleanup hitter, Strachan, at the plate. Belbin's on deck, Luna in the hole. This one's a heater that Strachan takes for strike 1. This is Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network, joined by Larks player Brooke Brannon. If you have any more questions for Mr. Brannon, the ranked 3rd best shortstop in the state of Alabama by perfect game, make sure you drop him in the comment section below. This one's off the mask of the catcher, 1-2. Slocum coming out to check on his catcher. It'll be 1-2 for Strach with 2 away. Looks like it got a piece of the umpire too. He's okay. Strachan gives him a couple taps. He'll step back in awaiting his 1-2 delivery. You know, Alex, what do you want from him here in this situation?
A bomb would be nice.
Bomb would always be nice. Send one over there, make it a 1-run game, 3-run shot. It'll be his first home run of the season if he can pull it off. And he turns on this one. Williams gets in the hot corner, races Andron to the bag, tags it himself for out number 3. Larks gets 1 on an RBI base hit from Sutherland. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch here on Larks Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's a 5-1 ball game. 7th inning has been stretched. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Garcia returning to the mound. Larks scored 1 in the top of this inning, making it a 5-1 ball game. On the mound is Garcia stretching. Evidently, his bullpen wasn't the look they were wanting, and he's not taking any warm-ups out there right now as he's playing first base. It's 1-0. It's Brotman at the plate. A walk, a ground out, and a strikeout on the day. It's 2-0 on him. All right, and I think we had a question that was really important earlier in the day about what's your favorite pregame meal, but I think this is the most important one we could have this season. We'll get to it. This one's skied into right center field. Andron gets to it. Rounding first is Brahman. He'll be held there. It's a leadoff single. Now, do you know who Joey Strachan is?
Absolutely.
All right. He asked, Brooke, did you win your last trivia crack game?
No, I didn't. It sucks because I lost to Mr. Joey. We had a tight race. It was about a 3-3 game, and he ended up taking home the W.
This one runs inside. It's ball 1. Advancing into scoring position is Brotman.
Just ask your son who wins between me and him, and he'll tell you the right answer.
Maybe in trivia crack, but when it comes to NBA 2K, I've yet to see anybody beat him.
Yeah, it's pretty much an automatic win for Strachan when he plays that game. I think he puts his life on the line for that game.
This one's fouled out of play, 1-1. Video game's a good waste of time waiting for games on the road. I can say I lost to Brooke in MLB The Show. I only got 1 hit on him. 1-1, Garcia will deliver to Rankin from the stretch. He walked, reached on air, and grounded out. He shows bunt. Nicely plays. Garcia races to it. No throw. First hit of the day for Rankin. Runners on the corners with nobody out for the 5-hole DH. Talon Schaller 0 for 3 in the day. A strikeout, a pop-up, and a flyout.
As a third baseman, there's absolutely nothing you can do with that. That was perfectly placed. Pitcher couldn't get to it. Sky couldn't get to it. Catcher couldn't get to it. It's just one of those spots.
Luna at third base tonight. His first start after a injury held him back for many games. This one misses outside, 1-0. Garcia takes a deep breath, throws the 1-0, catches the inside part of the plate, 1-1. It's 1-1 now. Larks fans, make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks all summer long. Nice pitch from Garcia. Catches the outside part of the plate, 1-2. Larks won game 1 of this series 5-2. Down 5-1 tonight. Frank Leo motioning to Andron center field to shift to Andron's right over into left field. It's a strikeout here, the first out. And now that was Thornton at the plate. It's now Schaller. Thornton now 1 for 3. 1 away.
Double play ball would be ideal here.
See if Garcia throws low on him. De Leon's turned 14 double plays with the help of Kavanaugh over at shortstop. Kavanaugh has been involved defensively in 9 double plays. 1-0 on Schaller. Shout out to the DH. He played at Colorado Pueblo. He's an infielder that hits from the right-hander side. It's 1-1. We'll head to the top of the 8 after this one. Be down to the final last 2 innings. So if you got any last questions for Brooke Brandon tonight, make sure you drop them in the comment section. We'll get them answered tonight. We've had some fun ones and we'd like some more. This one misses outside, 2-1. Garcia will go from the stretch. 2-1 count. It's a called strike 2. Two and two. Two and two, so the count with 1 away, runners on the corners.
Big pitch right here.
Five hits for the Heat, just as many runs scored. Larks have had 8 hits, and they've only scored 1. This one, the ground it past Kavanaugh. It's a 6-1 lead for the Heat. All right, we got another question from somebody you're familiar with. Again, it's from Heather Brannon. She asked Brooke. She asked you to explain what it means for a catcher when runners are on first and third.
What it means for a catcher when runners on first and third. Please rephrase your question.
What I take from that question as a catcher, if a runner's on first and it takes off for second, I'm not thrown to second base, as Justin Lee scored earlier in the season on that. Runners run the corners, runner took off at first, catcher threw down to second base, Lee came around to score.
Well, I don't really get what you're asking, Mother, but
I could be wrong in my interpretation, but hopefully we'll get another comment from your mom. 1-0 with 1 away, runners on first and second. Garcia's on the bump. Delivers this one, it hits off the thigh of Jacob Allen. Bases are loaded. Base loaded with 1 away. Up next is Sparky Bray, the catcher. 0 for 1 the day, 2 walks and a ground out. Larks scored 1 in the top of this inning. Heat scored 1 in the bottom. Bray's first look at Garcia here. Garcia will go from the stretch. Bases loaded. This one's in the dirt. Larks undefeated in South Central play. They have 6 outs to put together at least 5 runs if they want to remain undefeated. Right now they're 13-0, and they're 20-5 overall in the KCLB. 21-6 overall, 7-5 in Jayhawk West Division. This one's hit over the right side and foul, 1-1. Winner of the Jayhawk West Division gets an automatic advance into the championship week of the MBC tournament. Oh. Brooke, there's another comment. I think I'd like for you to read it because I want to hear those words out of your mouth.
what does he mean?
No. Read that first part.
Carson was correct.
Say that again, please.
What does a catcher mean when he holds his arms out and says first and third? Well, what a catcher means when he holds his arms out and says first and third, he is putting on a play, and that play is whether he wants to throw the ball down to second to get the runner coming from first, or he could full arm fake and maybe draw the runner at third towards home to throw him out, or he could throw it to second but the pitcher grab it, make the play. Skylar, good boy.
Luna throws it over to Strachan. Run scores. It's a 7-1 ball game. Runners on first and second with 2 away.
There are multiple signs that he could put on as a catcher as to what he thinks would be the best idea in order to get a runner out. So to answer your question, there's not really an answer, but that he has multiple things that he could do, that he could tell the infield when he calls first and third.
Two away. Larks need one more out to get out of this one. The Heat have scored 2 in 3 innings in a row. Delivery to number 21, Tristan Williams. Inside, he checks his swing. Didn't go. In Williams' first at bats, a walk, a sacrifice, bunt, and a strikeout. Swings and misses at this one. It's 1-1. Garcia is the third pitcher of the night for the Larks. Davis started this game out, and then Neff came in relief. Garcia on the bump now in relief of Neff. The 1-1 delivery. Inside, Dingle tries to do a quick frame, not working. It's 2-1. Tommy gets set. This one's off the glove of Dinkle. It'll be a pass ball, a run scored. It's an 8-1 ball game. Three and one hitters count now for Williams. Davis held the Heat scores for the first 3. They got 1 off of him in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, now 3 in the 7th. It's a swing and a miss. It's a 3-2 full count. Larks have been 5-time runners-up in the NBC World Series. Wellington has won 1 title. Payoff pitch. Miss is low. 7th inning getting even longer. Runners on the corners. Kay Carpenter, the left fielder, 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Guess who's coming in?
Oh, Keith Harper coming out of the dugout. We're going to get a pitching change, and Strachan's changing his glove. We're going to get a look at Strachan's first appearance on the mound. We're just going to take a quick pause and be right back here on Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
New pitcher for the Larks. It is first baseman Alex Strachan. Replacing him at first base is the former DH Jared Belbin. Brooke, what's your thoughts on Strach being on the bump?
I don't really have any. I guess we'll see. I don't even know if he pitched in high school. I think he did. Well, we'll see.
He inherits runners on the corners with 2 away.
I know he's not going to throw slow. We'll just see if he can throw strikes.
His delivery here
There's
is
first.
fast. It's fouled back 0-1. All right, we got another question from your mom again. It's actually from your dad. I'll let you read it.
This one's from Dad. What is your most memorable butt chewing from a coach? Oh, I've had a couple of them. Probably I was a freshman in high school, and it was the last year of one of my favorite coaches. He ended up getting fired that year, and we were playing in a tournament, and I had a ground ball hit to me at third base, just a normal ground ball, and I charged it, and there was a run on first, and I charged it and on the run I threw it over the second baseman's head, and before the play was even over, he was already in my face yelling at me, and I was a ninth grader, so I hadn't been yelled at like that before, like the way he yelled at me that time, and I think it put me in a spot. I think it was good for me though, and ever since that day, I will say that I have never threw a ball to second base on the run. So appreciate it, Coach.
Strach does exactly what he's brought out to do. Strikes out the first batter he's faced this summer. We'll head to the top of the 8th. He'd scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Larks trail him 8-1. Top of the 8th we go. Leading it off is the now first baseman, Jared Belbin. He'll hit from the left-handed side. See, top of the 8th, Larks down 8-1. Larks down to their final 6 outs, and Larks fans are down to their final 2 innings. Ask Brooke Brandon some questions.
Never doubt the Larks. I will say that.
This one runs inside 1-0. This is game 2 of this 2-game series. Larks won last night, looking to make it a sweep, but they got to score 7 runs in these last 2 innings at least to do it. This one's hit to the right side. First baseman Rankin struggling with it. Coach Sedbrook backs him up. 1-1. Larks will be in McPherson tomorrow. You can catch it right here on Larks Network. One and one. Righty versus lefty. Belbin sets back into the box, crowding the inner part of the box. Waits his 1-1 delivery. And it's fouled off 1-2. Slocum will go from the windup for his 1-2. So we were having some fun talking about Strachek coming to relief. What'd you think of his appearance on the mound?
Do it dirty. Dirty off speed. Start the guy out. Haven't seen that before, so maybe he can do it 3 more times next inning.
We'll likely see him for the bottom of the 8th. Hopefully we'll see him for the bottom of the 9th. Larks looking to put something together here. On deck is Luna in the hole, Kavanaugh, followed by Dalton Dinkle. The 1-2 inside. Belbin checks his swing. He thinks it hit him. Slocum doesn't. We're going to have a talk with the umpire. Umpire's going to have a meeting. Brooke, what'd you think?
I don't know. If it didn't hit him, he played it off pretty dang good.
Umpires, 2 of them talking. You say it did hit Belbin.
I mean, I don't think you can react like that if you don't get hit.
So leadoff base runner, nobody out for Skylar Luna. Had his first hit in his 3rd at-bat tonight. His first hit in a long while after being hurt. Looking to do it again tonight. Or right here, 8 hits for the Larks, trying to make it 9. Check swings. Did he go? No, he didn't. It's 1-0. Wellington Heat fans not happy with that call. The 1-0 delivery at chin level of Luna. 2-0. Slocum had to almost die for that one. On deck is Matt Kavanaugh. Dinkle in the hole. Daly on it. Bottom of the order. Awaits after Dinkle. (9:38 p.m. in Wellington, Kansas). 2-0 delivery to Skylar Luna. Misses low. It's 3-0. Doesn't look like there's movement in the Heat bullpen. Belbin stands at first base. Has a small lead. He takes off, stows himself back. Luna takes it. It's 3-1. Hitters count now for Luna. Belbin takes off. This one's called strike 2.
What?
Bray loses it. It's full count. So we got another question. This one from Maria Gilliland. Says, Brooke, when did you realize you were a next level player?
Phew. I guess when I had college coaches start calling my phone and texted me, gave me some confidence, and here we are at Jacksonville State. I guess you could say as a next level player. And so yeah, ever since scouts started calling and texting my phone, it's been a journey since.
At the plate now is Matt Cavanaugh. Talk to Michael Gilliland about his decision to go to JSU. What contributed to your decision to become a Gamecock?
I wanted to stay close to home with a good program. We got a brand new facility, brand new turf field, brand new indoor, everything. Everything from scratch was brand new, and that was a big part. I did well on my ACT and got a good amount of money on the academic scholarship side of it, and so it was just meant to be. A lot of things went in my favor to be there, and I think it's worked out well so far.
0-2, one away. Belbin in scoring position. On deck is Dalton Dinkle. Fireworks out in the outfield. Slocum delivers from the stretch off the glove of Bray again. Belbin advances to third. One and two on Matt Cav. Larks have 8 hits. Heat have 6. 8 runs for Wellington, 1 for Hays. Slocum from the stretch sends this one over to Brahman at second base. Tosses over to Rankin at first. Driving in a run is Cavanaugh. It's an 8-2 ball game. Larks down by 6, down to their final 4 outs. It's the 8-hole Don Dinkle, the catcher, 0 for 3 on his first appearance with the Larks. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. RBI for Matt Cavanaugh. Run scored for Jared Belbin. For Belbin on the season, that's run number 28 scored. He leads the Larks. And RBI for Matt Cav, number 23. Belbin now standing alone in second place in the leagues for most runs scored. Garrett Thornton of the Wellington Heat leads him. He has 33. 1-1 on Dinkle.
I know this is Dalton's first night seeing live pitching in a while, so it probably doesn't look slow at all coming in for him.
1-2 as this one's catches the outside part of the plate. This one's fouled back and off. It's 1-2. One and two with 2 away. Base is empty. Larks down by 6. This one fouled back at the net. Royals fans watching the stream, I know you're out there. Hays is a very royal town. They lead at 4-3 in the bottom of the ninth. One-two delivery. It's a swing and a miss. Dalton strikes out, and back-to-back at-bats will head to the bottom of the eighth. Larks trailing the Heat 8-2. Bottom of the eighth we go. Alex Strachan returning to the mound. Struck out the last batter of the seventh inning. The only batter he faced, first guy he faces, is number 4, Noah Barks, top of the order. This is Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network. I'm joined with Brooke Brandon, Larks third baseman, shortstop, and pitcher. Strachan to righty delivers this one in the dirt, 1-0.
So Carson, I've been getting the questions all night. I think it's your turn. Miss Maria Gilliland asked, Carson, when did you decide you wanted to announce and why the sport of baseball?
Well, you know, Brooke, I try to make these games not about myself. You know, I love this team, love the guys, love doing it. But I will talk about myself since the question was directly asked to me. I started doing it in high school for our basketball team, and I submitted it into our state level broadcasting awards, got first place, won the state title, and then did baseball games for our baseball team, won 2 state titles in sports play in that, and then all of a sudden Frank Leo is in my seminar at my high school, and he says, Carson, we're going to need a new voice of the Larks next year, and without hesitation I agreed to it. And when it comes to why baseball, it's just because that was offered. I mean, we don't have a collegiate basketball team league in Hays and football, and I love baseball. I've been a huge fan of it. I've followed it. I would stay up late just to watch baseball tonight with, you know, Buster Only, and pretty sure I was the only kid not watching cartoons in the mornings before school. Everybody was getting up watching SpongeBob. I was tuned into Sports Center every morning at 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough about me. More about this game. Strachan on the bump. Brooke, what do you want from him here?
Strikeout. Man, we're about to get one. But as I was reading that comment, you were talking about the Royals earlier. The Nationals just tied the game up.
It's whatever. Larks find themselves down 8-2 here in the 8th. It's a walk from Strachan, his first of the season.
There's a big divot in the mound. So that's the reason he just walked that guy. Strachan throws strikes. He's automatic on the mound.
I like to hear that from confidence in your teammates. Runner first with nobody out. Up now is Andrew Brotman. He's a second baseman. Larks scored 1 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th. None any before that. Divis held the Heat scoreless for the first 3. Heat got 1 on him in the 4th, and they scored 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and then 3 in the 7th. One and 0.
I think Strachan needs to slow it down. There he is.
Fires one in, catches the outside part of the plate, 1-1.
I think he was trying to throw it too hard his last couple pitches.
This one swung at, hit to Kavanaugh, turns it to De Leon. It's a double play. Great work from Strachan, getting him to ground into a double play, and bases are cleared. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now at for the Heat, first baseman Joe Rankin.
So Strachan now has worked 3 outs in his outing, not allowing a single hit. Striking out 1, getting a double play there. He's looking good. Has a pitcher's frame. He's a tall guy. This one's in the dirt. It's 1-0.
Well, Carson, this 8th inning is going to be all about you, buddy. Another question done popped up from My Time Sports. Carson, what do we have to do to get you to go to Fort Hays State University and be the voice of the Tigers? That's a big comment right there. That should make you feel good.
I'd like to thank Mr. Andron for that one, but I'm not going to get an answer at this inning because Kavanaugh eats that one up. Throws over to Bell, but in time for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Larks trailing the Heat 8-2. Top of the ninth we go. Leading it off is Jimmy DeLeon. New pitcher, it's number 35 for the Heat. And that's Robbie Brown on the season. 6 games played, no record, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 4.5 ERA. It's a lot of home run. Walked 2 batters and struck out 7. DeLeon swings at his first pitch, grounds it over to the hot corner. Williams struggles with it, fires it over to Rankin in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch in the ninth.
Well, we can get back to the question that was asked for you. I'll read it again to you. What do we have to do to get you to go to Fort Hays State and be the voice of the Tigers?
That's from Mr. Andron. I'd like to thank you for that. As your son's at-bat now, Drake walked in his last at-bat, singled in back-to-back appearances to start this game. When it comes down to that question about voice of the Tigers, I took a visit to their broadcasting department, got that offer to be the voice of the Tigers when I graduate high school, take over and do all the play-by-play for their sports. But you know, I'm just trying to keep my options open for right now. I got a year of high school left, and right now my focus is on 100% on the Larks. 2-0 now on Drake. This one runs outside off the glove of Bray. 3-0. Drake will be going to Fort Hays State University next year. Part of a almost entirely new roster. He'll join Larks teammate Ryan Reuter. It's a 4-pitch walk to him. He's walked twice now tonight. Once in the 7th, now once in the 9th. 1 out base runner. George Sutherland at the plate. Back-to-back singles. In his last 2 appearances, has reached first base in 3 straight at-bats. Walked in the 3rd. And then grounded it into a double play in the 1st. One away, Angeron, the speedy center fielder, stands on first base, has a decent-sized lead. This one is at the bottom part of the zone, 0-1. Larks down to their final 2 outs here tonight. So you have 2 outs to ask Brooke Brannon some questions. This was trying to get some thoughts of a Larks player. The 0-1 delivery to Sutherland misses low, 1-1. If things hold out, it'll be Mason Schimmel's first win of the season, who will prove to 1-1 through 6 appearances. And losing will be Wyatt Divas. He'll fall to 4-1. Larks will try to bounce back in the 2-game series against McPherson, but don't rule him out yet. Andron takes off. Sutherland skies this one into right field, and they're going to get a double play to end this game. So that's final. Larks lose to the Heat 8-2. Larks were undefeated coming to this one in the South Central Division. They now fall to 13-1 in the division, 20-6 in the KCLB. They're still 7-5 in the Jayhawk West Division, and they're now 21-7 overall. Heat improved to 18-12 overall, and they are still half a game back in the South Central Division. Larks still lead the Jayhawk West Division, but we'll be back here tomorrow night as your Larks take on the McPherson Pipeliners in McPherson. This has been Carson Ackerman and Brooke Brannon on the call. Brooke, thank you for joining me.
Oh, absolutely, anytime.
We'll see him probably in the near future as he's still out with an injury. Wish him the best of luck recovering. Larks lose this one 8-2. We'll see you here tomorrow night for Game 1 of the McPherson series. This has been Carson Ackerman and Brooke Brannon. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too.